Briefly, I was speaking on a sense of responsibility. A sense of responsibility. Many Christians want to grow, but they hate responsibilities. When you ask them to do something, you know, when you ask them to do something they can do to help God's work, they will delay the process. Some can play instruments, but if you ask them to do that for God, it will become another problem entirely. Some are great designers, but to design for the kingdom is difficult. It is a sense of responsibility that will speed up your spiritual growth. We want to grow, but yet we don't want to be responsible for anything. You don't want to be responsible to God. You don't want to be, you don't want to do anything for the kingdom, and yet you want to grow. How possible is that? Don't you know that it is your commitment to those kingdom assignments that you are being given that will speed up your growth? Help us do this. You delayed it. Not only that you delayed it, you did not even do it until they gave it to another person. They gave you again the second time, you did the same thing. You need to be committed to kingdom things. No man can help you grow. Or better still, no man can give you growth. We can only help you. We cannot give you growth. It is God that works out growth in you. So what if a person is trying to help you to grow and yet you are not ready to help yourself because you have refused to be responsible? Many of us, we don't want to be responsible to God. We don't want to be responsible, especially when it comes to spiritual things, and yet we want to grow. Bro, sister, it is impossible to grow in God without being responsible. It's impossible. There must be something you are doing for God. You are doing in the house of God that will move God to move you, that will move God to speed up your growth. That's the key. You have to do something with your hands. Not just what you do for yourself, no. I mean what you do for the kingdom. It's very important. Many people are not committed because they are not responsible. All they need is what God can do for them and not what they can do for God. The more committed you are to kingdom things, the more growth you will enjoy. Many new converts appear to be more favored by God because they are serving God with a sense of responsibility. Meanwhile, the old ones who are giving their life to Christ, they are just sitting there doing nothing, watching the new converts doing everything. Yet they will say, Lord, you are not faithful. This one got born again less than a year. Look at what he's doing for the kingdom. I've given my life to Christ for the past 10 years. Look at what I'm doing. God is not unfaithful. The problem you have is that you don't have the sense of responsibility. And that's why your growth has been delayed. Who got saved first does not matter. What matters is your level of commitment to kingdom things. Until you begin to take God seriously, your world may never take you serious. Until you start taking God serious, your generation may never take you serious. I pray the Lord will help us even to have a sense of responsibility in the name of Jesus.